Sorry, Kenneth, you're crazy about that, okay? Kenneth Hagin said, the believer's called Christ. That's who we are. We're Christ. No, you're crazy. The job's not available, and you couldn't do it if you had it, okay? You're not God, right? Nor are you Christ. Walk on water sometime. I want to see that. Lucifer's the one who wants to be God. Lucifer said, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. See, Satan wants to be God, but the job's not available, so he's all upset about that, and he can't be God. So he lied to Eve and told her she could be like God. Now, Satan hates us, though, because we're made in God's image. And boy, Eve fell for that hook, line, and sinker. Wow, I get to be God. Now, Hitler said, if you tell a lie long enough and loud enough and often enough, the people will believe it. He said they're more likely to believe a big lie than a small one. If you want to get somebody to believe a lie, you have to do it like my two big brothers did to me. I have two older brothers. They've always been older than I am. They still are today, I believe. But when I was about 6 years old, I was raised in East Peoria, Illinois. By the way, I know I'm in Tennessee, but are there any more Yankees in the crowd? Any Yankees out there? 5, 6, 7. Okay, and how many Southerners do we have? Ooh, well, just remember who won, if you would. I know it ain't over yet. But I was raised in East Peoria. I couldn't help that, but I did move to Florida as soon as I got smart enough to figure out, the South is going to rise again. But I was about 6 years old. I came running in for breakfast one morning, and I was the first one there for breakfast. So I got the last banana out of the bowl to put on my cereal. Well, a few minutes later, my two big brothers came in. They said, hey, Kent, is that the last banana? I said, yep, and I got it. How many of you have an older brother or sister? You know that wonderful feeling you get when you finally pull one over on them? Boy, that morning I had them and I knew it. They wanted my banana. But big brothers do not beg little brothers for anything. They either beat them up and take it away by brute force, or they lie to them and trick them out of it somehow. So my brothers said, hey, Kent, do you know how bananas are made? I said, no. I was only 6 years old. It's been proven in laboratory tests the brain doesn't even start to grow till kids are 18 to 20. How many parents can verify that one from raising kids? Yep. I said, no, how are bananas made? And they said, well, down in South America, they have these spiders that live up in the trees, and when they die, all their legs fold up, and mold begins to grow on the dead spider legs. And a banana is really nothing but moldy spider legs. I said, you guys are lying to me. You just want this banana because you know it's the last one. They said, no, brother, we're not lying. You cut that thing in half and look in the middle. You can still see the black spots where his legs were. I did not eat bananas for nearly 3 years after that. They lied to me. Have you ever been lied to before? I would not have believed the lie if it hadn't been for those black spots. See, if you want to get somebody to believe a lie, you have to mix it with some truth. That's a technique they've used for years to kill rats. You don't give the rat a bowl of poison. You give the rat a bowl of good food with a little poison mixed in. They're mixing two things together that really do not belong together. See, rat poison is 99.995% good food. That's how you trick them. They've done the same thing for years to sell Marlboro cigarettes. They mix them in with cowboys. You can watch any Marlboro commercial. There's something about a cowboy in there. Have you stopped and thought about that? What is the connection between smoking Marlboro and cowboys? Do all cowboys smoke Marlboro? No. Do you have to smoke Marlboro to be a cowboy? No. If you start smoking Marlboro, do you become a cowboy automatically? No. You may smell like a horse, but you are not a cowboy. Okay? Actually, it's been proven in laboratory tests that nobody in the world smokes. Nobody smokes. Only the cigarette smokes. The person is the sucker. That's all. I think they ought to put the real name on those things. We ought to have some truth in advertising. They should really be calling them cancerettes, breath rotters, bypass, malignant phlegm balls, and money suckers. They do the same thing with beer, though. They try to associate beer with sports. What does beer have to do with sports? They get some big football player holding his can of Bud Dummer. Or Bud Stupid. They call it Budweiser. It don't make him any wiser, that's for sure. He's got his Bud Dummer, Miller Low Life, or Dead Dog, whatever it is. He says, man, you drink this stuff and you will be a football player. Yeah, right. The Bible says you drink that stuff, you will wreck your life. Who hath woe, who hath wounds without cause, they that tarry long at the wine. The Bible says, don't even look at it when it gets fermented. Habakkuk said, woe to him who giveth his neighbor drink. There's a lot in the Bible about don't even touch that stuff. One kid said, what's the matter, Hovind? Don't you like beer? I said, I don't know. I've never tasted it. I'm 52 years old, never had a drop in my life. Well, I've had NyQuil a couple times. But he said, how do you know you won't like it if you don't try it? I said, now, son, that's a brilliant way to live your life. Let me ask you a question, son. Have you ever laid your head under a semi-truck? Well, how do you know you won't like it if you don't try it? You don't have to try everything to figure out if it's good or bad, okay? There are other ways to learn, you know, like watching somebody else do it. Wow, don't do that. That will hurt, you know. Like famous redneck last words. Hey, y'all, watch this, you know. I like science, folks. I collect science books, and there's a lot of good science in these books, but there's some poison mixed with it. It's kind of like the rat poison. It's not the good food I'm against. It's the poison. We like science. We have Dinosaur Adventureland in Pensacola. Come on down, pay us a visit. It's a science center, a museum, and a theme park, all based on creation. We're having so much fun. We've had over 50,000 visitors now just in the first couple years we've been open. Lots of things to do down there. We got a 7-foot snake that ate a kid last week. She's gone now. But that's okay. There's a lot of kids, and you can always make another one. We have lots of things to play with. We collect skins and skulls of animals, so you hunters get out there and send me Bambi's daddy's head if you want for our museum. Everything we do has a science lesson and a spiritual lesson. We like science at our place. We have all kinds of fun things to do. John shot the T-Rex and hung his head on the building right there. Have a museum all based on creation and a science center with everything with hands-on science lessons and spiritual lessons. Matter of fact, we teach the kids the scientific way to shoot a rubber band. I need a boy and a girl who would like to learn the scientific way to shoot a rubber band. Who would like to learn? Okay, that boy right there, come on up here. And one girl, let's get one girl. Come on. Way back there. Okay, hurry, run. Let's go. The scientific way to shoot a rubber band. What's your name, sir? Josh. How old are you, Josh? I was 10 for a whole year one time. That's amazing. I was supposed to be 11, but I was sick for 3 years when I was 2.5. Okay. And how old are you going to be when you're almost 12? 11. And how much does your mom pay you to be good? So you're good for nothing, and you're 10. Okay, good. Pick a rubber band out of here, Josh. Okay, the brown one. And what's your name, ma'am? Laura. Pick a rubber band out of there, Laura. You want the pink one, of course. Oh, girl. Okay. Now what I want you to do, Josh and Laura, we're going to stand here and shoot the rubber band down the center aisle. Go ahead. Oh, that one won't work. That's a double one here. Let me try an orange one here. That's two tied together. I didn't see that. Okay, Josh, shoot the rubber band down the center aisle. Past the table, not too far. Laura, give it a try. Come on. Ooh,